Greetings. Today is Sunday afternoon, and today I'm doing a nice video to show people about good herbal medicine and how the organs work in sync. So today we're going to talk about 4 herbs that deal with kidney, heart, and the lung. Yeah? Because we said that the organ structure in the body correspond to the elements of the atmosphere, and so we must treat them as such. Yeah? Before we start, you go to social media right now, you see lots of people talking about herbs, and I looked at a few of them and I'm saying, these people are not really educated about plants. One person come to them and said, if you take lots of oregano oil, you kill any parasites. That's not really true. That's false information. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at if you have hookworm, pinworm, threadworms, all these different worms, roundworm, found in your brain, and you have to know what herb to use to kill these different parasites, because not all parasites is killed by oregano oil. That's not true. That's false information, although it's antiviral. See what I'm saying? That's false information. Now, when you kill the parasites, ask them how you're going to remove the parasite from the bowels, from the liver, from the brain. So you're taking all the herbs to kill the parasites, but you can't get them out after they die. Yeah? And then when you take the oregano oil, or the herbs they mention, none of them mention around the full moon. Yeah? Because if you kill parasites, after the full moon, you are only going to kill the parasite. You would never kill the eggs that hatching. You never kill the eggs. The eggs only hatch 3 days before the full moon and 4 days after the full moon. In that way, you can kill the eggs and the parasite at the same time. And that's what they don't know yet, because they didn't go back to the way of the elders, okay? So if you kill a parasite, you want to remove the parasite also, but you must do a parasitic cleanse around the full moon, because that is when the eggs are hatching, so you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And then after you kill the parasite, you have to use plants to remove them, and one of the best plants to use is a herb called senepods. Not the leaf, but the pod itself. And that will help to move the parasite out of the bowels. Alright? So let them educate you all on that better than that, okay? Alright, that's good herbal medicine. Now we're going to talk about some plants, but we're going to talk about the liver, the kidney, the heart, and the lung. Now, you go over here. In herbal medicine, the kidney is the water element. Water. And in herbal medicine, in Eastern medicine, the heart is the fire element. So the kidney controls the heart. And in herbal medicine, Eastern medicine, the lung is the metal element. So the water element is the kidney, because the kidney is the water organ of the body. So what? If you have troubles in the kidney, you're going to have troubles in your heart. So what out fire? Watch me now. Water out fire. So this is the kidney. The kidney controls the heart. Now, if you go into the lung, the heart is fire and the lung is metal. What burn metal? Fire burn metal. See? So the heart controls the lung, and the lung controls the heart, and the heart controls the kidney, and the kidney controls the heart. So we're going to show you today how we can take care of them naturally with herbs. Okay? We're going to the first one. And the first herb is called Rehmannia. It's called Sheng Duan Wang. And it's a herb that is very significant. You have the cooked one, which is this one here, and you have the dry Rehmannia. The dry Rehmannia works on eczema, on the liver, whereby this is the cooked Rehmannia. That's totally different. It works mostly on the kidney. Here what it does. This herb's clear heat, and this herb cools the blood. This herb also is good for cold sores when you have herpes simplex 1, when you have a high IgG and IgM. That's how this herb here works. It is also good for dry mouth. This herb called Rehmannia Sheng Duan Wang inhibits allergic and autoimmune response. So it's good for lupus. It's good for eczema. It's good for spleen deficiency. Yeah? And it's also good for rheumatoid arthritis. So it's not only a plant for the kidney, and also works on the bone marrow, the red marrow that is. But it is also significant for men who have premature ejaculation. Yeah? This is called Rehmannia or Sheng Duang Wang. Yeah? Next herb is called Hawthorn. And this herb is for the lung. Yeah? And this herb also is significant for the lung, but it does other things. This herb is good for lung conditions. This herb acts as an expectorant and a cough suppressant if you mix it herb with a herb called elecampane. This herb is good for dry mucus that is sticky and can't bring it up. It helps to release the sticky mucus from your lung. So this herb is also good for coughs from a viral infection of the lung. So if you have a viral disease of the lung and it's causing you to cough, this herb is significant for that. If you can mix this herb with lobelia and another herb called mawang. Yeah? So it is also important for the digestive system because this herb stimulates bile production while secreting pancreatic enzyme from the exocrine part of the pancreas. So it is a wonderful plant not only for the lung, but also for the digestive system. See right here? It's called Hawthorn. It's a lot of them, you know. Hawthorn also stimulates the liver when you have liver cancer to throw off the sickness of the liver. If you can mix this herb with yellow dock root and dandelion root and turmeric and another herb called watercress, it helps the corpuscle, the macrophages in the liver, while dropping the enzymes. This herb in studies have gastroprotective and blood sugar lowering effects. So it's not only good for the lung. Yeah? That's how this herb works. It's called Hawthorn. Yeah, don't forget. Yeah? Now, we're going to tell you how you're going to mix them together. Nettle leaf. You have nettle leaf, you have nettle seed, and you have nettle root. Stinging nettle, they call it. Stinging nettle leaf is beneficial for the kidney because it is rich in iron, boron, magnesium, calcium, carotenoids. This herb called stinging nettle leaf, it is good for deficient blood. Women who are pregnant, women who's low in iron, yeah, and also it brings up the level of the iron when you're pregnant and you're dropping and your blood is dropping. The HB dropping, that is. This herb is also rich in potassium because it is what we call a potassium sparing diuretic, meaning that if you have potassium, but it will help you to move the excessive amount of potassium from the kidney, but in the process, it will also make you put back the amount of potassium that the body needs. So it's called a potassium sparing diuretic. Nettle leaf also is important to strengthen and tonify the kidney. Nettle leaf or stinging nettle also is good for kidney pain and blood in the urine. If you can mix this herb with a herb called yarrow and another herb called shepherd's purse for hematuria, they call it. It is also good to prevent diabetic oxidative stress. And this herb called stinging nettle leaf is also good for inflammation of the kidney when you have nephritis. Yeah? All right? The nettle seed regenerates the kidney while the nettle root shrinks the prostate gland. So they all have different benefits. Let's go to Hawthorn. Wonderful plant. Hawthorn leaf and flower. Hawthorn berries. Hawthorn fruit. Hawthorn leaf is very significant because this herb is good for heart weakness, with chest pain, or lack of heart tonus. We call it tonify the heart muscle. This herb is good for angina. It is good for valvular insufficiency. This herb is also good for mitral valve prolapse. When your valve is prolapsing, you don't have to go and do no surgery for that. You can use this herb with magnesium and it fixes the valve. Yeah? This herb is good for mild congestive heart failure. This herb called Hawthorn leaf and flower and berries and fruits is also good for varicose veins. It's also good for the brain. It also lowers cholesterol. This herb called Hawthorn leaf and flower It reduces blood pressure. If the heart rate is too high, it brings it down. If the heart rate is too low, it brings it back up. It is amputator to the heart muscle. This herb called Hawthorn leaf and flower prevents plaque from adhering on the what? On the walls of the arteries. While it is also significant for stabilizing plaque formation. So the plaque don't go into the arteries and cause you to have a heart attack eventually. This herb called Hawthorn leaf and flower and berries and fruit is good for ADHD and connective tissue disorders, like when you have this called lupus. Yeah? These are the herbs that you can use if you have troubles in your heart, in your kidney, in your lung. Why? Because the kidney control the heart, and the heart control the lung, and the heart control the lung, and the kidney controls the heart, and the heart, the lung controls the heart, and the heart controls the kidney. Are you following me? You have to follow. One more time. If you have troubles in your heart, you're going to have troubles in your lung. And if you have troubles in your lung, you're going to have troubles in your heart. And if you have troubles in your heart, you're going to have troubles in your kidney. And if you have troubles in your kidney, you're going to have troubles in your heart. You see what I'm saying? Because they control each other. Don't forget, water, fire, metal. Water, kidney, heart, fire, lung, metal. Water out, fire, fire burn, metal. So they control each other. This is another herb we're going to talk about on the next presentation called, not moringa, but morinda. It's a Chinese plant that helps to build your kidneys up and keep your kidney from being damaged. All right, we're going to talk about that in the next presentation, okay? But these are the herbs you can use in parts. So if you have troubles in the kidney, and say the kidney is failing, and you're in stage 2 or stage 3 or stage 4 kidney disease, you're going to make what? Nettle, leaf, the main herb. Yeah? And then you're going to make Rehmannia, the main herb. That's good herbal medicine. And then, because the kidney controls the heart, you're going to make Hawthorn leaf and flower and berries and fruit, the supporting herb. Because your heart have to pump 25% of the kidney's blood. Yeah? So you have to use these herbs to support the kidney. So these herbs here are the supporting herb. So they support what? They support the nettle leaf. They support what? They support the Rehmannia. If there is water in the heart, they call it cardiac edema, and the heart is not a water pump, yeah, and the heart cannot remove the water, you can get some broom, diuretics, so the heart and the water where? To your lung. Ho hum. So once the heart is not working properly, yeah, it's going to send all the water from the kidney to your lung. You get congestive heart failure too, but you also get pneumonia. See? So now we have to make sure that once you're working on the kidney with nettle leaf, main herb, we're going to give one what? Hawthorn leaf and flower and berries, the supporting herb. And then we're going to go to what? Rehmannia as the what? The main herb. And then, if we want to protect the lung from being damaged now, from excessive amount of water, we're going to strengthen the lung, strengthen the kidney, strengthen the heart, but then we're going to make what? Ho hung, the what? The assisting herb. So ho hung is going to assist, and Hawthorn leaf and flower are going to support the other herbs that is keeping the kidney tonified. You understand? That's what we call good herbal medicine. And once you learn this type of medicine, you're going to fix your kidney, you're going to fix your heart, you're going to fix your lung. You know what I'm saying? Because they work together. They are brothers and they are sisters. Don't forget that. Wonderful. That's what you call good herbal medicine. So, everything work in balance. And once you can fix one of them that control the other one will fall into place. Okay? That's how it works. That's good herbal medicine. So don't forget, if you want to kill parasites, you're looking at all these videos that people talking about, they talk about killing parasites with herbs and herbs, but they don't tell you that you have to kill parasites around the full moon. Because if you don't kill parasites around the full moon, you're only going to kill the parasite, the worms. You would not kill the eggs, because the eggs only hatch 3 days before the full moon and 4 days after the full moon. So you ain't doing nothing. They're going to still be there after you kill the parasite, because the eggs are still there. But they know better, because they're not following the teaching of the elders. So they come in all these things about oregano and this and that and killing parasites, but they don't tell you how to remove the parasites or how to keep the worms or the eggs from hatching around the full moon. Blessed love. Don't forget, the kidney control the heart control the lung control the liver. And if you have trouble in the kidney, you're going to spill to the heart. If you have trouble in your heart, you're going to spill to the kidney, to the kidney. If you have trouble in the heart, you're going to spill to your lung. And if you have trouble in the lung, it's going to spill to your heart and your kidney because they work together. Yeah? Fire, element, lung, element, water, element. Water out fire. Fire burn metal. Don't forget that. Blessed love. Give thanks and praise to the Most High. Next presentation, we're going to talk on a few herbs. We're going to talk about for the brain. How the herbs could get rid of trouble in the brain and shrink tumors in the brain. And how they get rid of mucus in the brain. Blessed love. Give thanks. Always. Bless Patrick Delves, holistichealing.com. Patrick Delves, holistichealing.com. You could go get my heart health, my kidney and bladder cleanse, my lung formula on that particular website. I call Ambrosia, 718-469-0985. Ambrosia is closed for the week, so you all won't see me for the week in Ambrosia. Call me on 631-530-2329 only on WhatsApp because that number don't work straight because I love the chip, okay? Bless and love, give thanks and praise to the Most High. Boom! Education is the key, knowledge is power. Bless.